Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm sitting near one of my favorite spots besides a little brook. Now, it's actually not even a little brook. It is a little waterway, which is a stormwater drain, but it has the sound of running water running through very, very nicely. And one of the things you'll notice about the sound of running water, it calms the brain down. Now, for a long time, I've wondered, why does it actually do this, or how does it actually do this? And I think I figured the reason. Now, what running water suggests to the brain is a river. And a river means a source of food, fish, and therefore food. And that's why the sound of running water sends a signal to the brain that it can't run out of food, and therefore it calms down when it hears this sound. We know that it's even in Chinese culture, they often have a koi fish pool in their homes, and it's the sound of that running water that calms everyone down and makes the brain perform at peak function. You know, one of the other areas where we also feel calm is in the forests. I've often wondered about why, and I think I know the answer to that as well. The forests signify a food source. Now, the brain is a very, very energy-hungry organism. It actually consumes, if you do the mathematics kilo by kilo, it consumes 80% of the total energy we produce. That's very, very hungry indeed. If the brain does not get the energy it needs, it starts to eat itself. That's right. It actually starts to cannibalize its own cells. And basically, your brain starts to eat its own cells. And that, I suspect, is the beginning of Alzheimer's and dementia. Now, if you look at Alzheimer's and dementia, that's pretty much a dreadful disease because it affects, I think, over half of all people over 85 or 80 years old. But what it basically means is that we can forget natural body processes. We may not, remove toxins from our body through various removal processes that we take today for granted. And that's why it's good, it's important, it's critical, in fact, to keep the old ticker in great function. By hanging around rivers, estuaries, and forests, what we tell the brain, there is an adequate supply of food around. So you needn't stress out, you needn't worry, and it should calm down. I personally think this is a fantastic stress therapy that works. I know it works because it's part of ancient Indian sciences. It's part of the ancient Indian science we call Ayurveda. But I'm not sure how many people know why it works. And my whole life is going to be dedicated to understanding why or how. That's what I've decided. And I think that we calm down when we hear the sound of running water because it suggests that there is a food source around. There is fish. The brain loves fish. And therefore it calms down because fish is food for the brain. And if it has fish, it doesn't have to gnaw at our brain cells. Life is that easy, you know, and preserving the brain is that simple if we know how. So whatever you've got on the plan for tonight, make sure fish is part of the menu. Have a great dinner.